Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Saga Football. If you're new here, you know what to do, subscribe and hit that notification bell. My name is Clinton as usual. Today we're talking about Victor Osimhen. We've seen that he's been struggling to leave Napoli. No club is coming to pay that release clause. We'll be talking about that today, so subscribe and hit that notification bell if that is what you've been interested in. So we'll get right into it. Victor Osimhen is yet to leave Napoli. He has been excluded from all their friendly games because he has made it clear that he doesn't want to stay. They agreed that he's going to leave this summer. Now, he has agreed that, but the issue now is which club will pay the £120 million release clause? No club wants to pay that. Chelsea are extremely interested in Victor Osimhen, but they don't want to pay that amount. Paris Saint-Germain are interested in Osimhen, but they don't want to pay that amount. Now, some clubs are ready to miss that valuation, but they want Victor Osimhen to reduce his salary. Victor Osimhen is earning 400,000 euros per week, and he doesn't want to reduce that salary. If Victor Osimhen is reportedly earning 400,000 per week, it means that if a club is coming to sign him, at least the fee has to reduce. You understand? Instead of 120 million pounds, it should be like maybe 90 or 80, and Napoli are not listening to that. Now, there are reports that Victor Osimhen to Chelsea will be agreed, and they want to include Lukaku in the deal. It will be a loan with option to buy for Napoli. Victor Osimhen's agents came out and said that was a very, very fantasy news because it's not happening. Victor Osimhen is one of the top strikers in the world, and there's no way Victor Osimhen will be going for a transfer that is a loan with option to buy. He's not a small player, and he's not that desperate to get deals. So he told reporters, journalists, that that's a fantasy story and there's no truth in that. Victor Osimhen is not actually moving on loan to Chelsea. How did we get to this stage? Because if you look at Victor Osimhen, he is the last 2 seasons he was very good, became the top goal scorer, helped them win the league. The problem started from when Victor Osimhen signed a new deal. I don't know if it's his agent, or I don't know if they didn't think about that deal before signing it. After he signed the deal, it means that Victor Osimhen's salary increases and there will be a release clause on his contract. Now, what they fail to understand is that the FFP rules, the financial fair play rules, are now strict, which will make clubs not to pay release clauses above 60 million. Clubs rarely pay release clauses above 60 million because you have to pay all at once. If a player is very important to club, they don't want to negotiate any add-on deals and all that. They want you to pay the release clause at once. It means that the club have to remove that exact amount to pay, which no club wants to do. What Victor Osimhen and his agents realize is that Victor Osimhen is an African player. Check records. It's very difficult for a club in Europe to sign any African player above 100 million. It's very difficult. I'm telling you, if Victor Osimhen was Spanish, was Argentine, or he was from Brazil, clubs would have paid his release clause long ago. For the fact that he's African, that puts him in a disadvantage. I don't know. I don't make the rules. That's how it is. For the fact that Victor Osimhen is African, no club will be pushing to pay. If Victor Osimhen was European, if he was from France, he's from Brazil, he's from England, they would have paid his release clause long ago. Even Madrid would have signed him long ago. But for the fact that he's an African, that is what Victor Osimhen and his agents refused to note when agreeing to that release clause. I feel that release clause is the reason he's struggling to get a club. They increased the release clause very hard. They should have agreed maybe a package, 120, maybe 60 million upfront, the rest on add-ons. That's a good deal. But they went for a release clause of that amount. They were thinking that every club will be rushing to pay that. But based on his performance last season, it has slowly reduced the valuation of the player. It has slowly reduced how much a club would actually offer for Victor Osimhen. PSG are not even looking to break the bank to sign Victor Osimhen. It's not like the money is there. The money is there. But he's not American. He's not European. He's not South American. So why would they do that? Victor Osimhen obviously is one of the strikers, even top 3, in my opinion, top 3. So why are clubs struggling to pay 120 million for him? It's because he's African. That I can tell you that is one of the reasons, the clear reason they are failing to. Because if he was from any other country, they would have signed him long ago. So I feel that deal him and his agent did was a very, very bad deal. So if Napoli fails to reduce the 120 million pounds they are requesting they are requesting for Victor Osimhen, he might stay. He might actually stay, but Antonio Conte knows that Victor Osimhen has already programmed himself that I want to leave the club, which means that if he stays, he won't be giving his all. He might not give his all, which is actually a valid reason, because if a player wants to leave and you keep the player, or the player changes his mind, it's like second thoughts. It's very risky to play the player because the player would not give his all. That's what you would expect. Napoli are interested in Romelu Lukaku. That's Antonio Conte's #1 person. That's the person Antonio Conte wants. And they can only get him after they get rid of Victor Osimhen, after they sell Victor Osimhen. Since no one is buying Victor Osimhen, we have two possibilities. It's either Napoli reduces the amount they are requesting for Victor Osimhen, or they change the deal. The club can get Victor Osimhen, but not with the release clause. Then the other option is that Victor Osimhen will stay at the club. If he stays, they might force him to sign another contract renewal. That is the two cases, but I feel Victor Osimhen would try to force his way out. And if worst comes to worst, he might decide to go Saudi Arabia, because he has made up his mind that he is leaving Napoli. My thought is that if he goes to Saudi Arabia, he will tell them that, see, I'm not coming here to stay till the end of my career. After 2-3 years, I might decide to leave again. So we have to sign a contract that will allow me to leave after 1 or 2 seasons. That is what I'm expecting. But Victor Osimhen right now is on the verge of staying at Napoli if no one pays that fee. I would like to know your thoughts. What do you think will be the outcome of this transfer saga? Because Victor Osimhen right now, he's just waiting. His agent is talking to Napoli, he's talking to Chelsea. There is no solution yet. Once he opens the door to Saudi Arabia, I'm sure the offers will start coming, and they might actually pay the release clause you are asking. Because I feel right now it's only the Saudi clause that can pay that release clause without breaking a sweat. For Chelsea, PSG, I'm 100% sure that none of them will pay the 120,000 pounds they are asking for Victor Osimhen. If the price is not reduced, no one will pay that release clause. I'm 100% sure of that. The talking point here is that Victor Osimhen messed up by renewing that contract and accepted that outrageous release clause. It should have been maybe 190 million. I know he's worth more than that, but he's African. No one will pay that. It's the sad truth. Believe it or not, no one will pay that. So I feel that he accepting that has actually made it difficult for clubs to sign him. That is my own personal opinion. Then the second thing is that if he stays, no problem. It means that he'll be forced to sign a new contract to reduce his wages if he stays. But if he leaves, it means Napoli will finally get Lukaku. I hope he does leave, because he wants to leave, and when a player wants to leave, he will do whatever he wants, everything possible, to actually go out and impress in whichever club he joins, either PSG or Chelsea. So I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think is the good scenario, like the best way forward for Victor Osimhen? I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell. That's all for today. Till next time, guys. Goodbye.